Oh, alright, Slim Society followers, welcome back once again. Today it is not just me. I am joined by the one, the only, the beautiful
Bethany Sharp.
Bethany Sharp. Woohoo! Round of applause in my opinion. Thank you for coming to join me on the video. I really appreciate it.
It's alright, thank you for having me. I'm
sure the listeners and viewers at home also appreciate seeing somebody's face that isn't mine. Once, literally. It's nice to see another friendly face. I really appreciate it. And today you've come down to help us. You've come down, please correct me if I'm wrong, to give us 3 top tips for staying on track in 2021. Yes. With regards, of course, fat loss, weight management, nutrition, health goals, all the things that we do at Slim Society. Because, and I'll just say this, you are one of the supporting coaches at Slim Society and on the 6 Steps to Slim program, and you're also a personal trainer at Pure Gym.
Yep.
Which one?
City Centre South. City
Centre South, the tongue twister itself,
yep.
Which is near the train station and next to McDonald's.
Yes.
In Sheffield City Centre, yes?
Yep.
Woo, all right then. So people need as many tips as they can get, literally coming up in 2021. Lots of people are going to be setting New Year's resolutions, aren't they? Around 60% of everybody who sets a New Year's resolution makes a health or weight management or nutrition related goal as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you're here to help us. You've got 3 top tips.
Yeah.
Hand them over then. Let's rattle them off. What's tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is don't cut out your favourite foods or snacks.
Don't cut out your favourite foods or snacks. A lot of people like to try that, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of people like juice diets, they like meal plans, they like, I don't know, making things...
Difficult.
Good answer. Making things more difficult than they have to be. You're saying we shouldn't cut out our favourite snacks or junk food favourite style things, yeah?
Yeah.
I will say first and foremost, I agree, but why? Why are you thinking this? Why is this a top tip?
Because when you restrict yourself of all of those things, it just ends up building up. So like cravings, stress and hunger will just like keep building up and up and up until you then eventually overeat on all the things that you were trying to restrict on.
That is definitely true. That's called strict binge cycling. It's a classic weekend blowout and then back round to Monday. Oh, right. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, it's Monday, I'm going to start fresh, I'm going to eat only healthy, watch this. And then people start running forward, trying to just be strict with themselves, strict. By Thursday they're chomping at the bit, and then by Saturday 1 sniff of a takeaway and we're ordering 3. Is that what you refer to?
Yes.
I know it well myself. I've also been way too strict with myself in the past, trying to stay slim and trying to lose weight. People join programs that are heavily restrictive, don't they? Cambridge style diet things, supplement only style things, cutting out sometimes not only your favourite foods but all of your foods.
Yeah.
And it does build sometimes into binges, doesn't it? And sometimes people binge more on that junk food or on junk food in general than they would have eaten if they just spread it out anyway.
Exactly.
Any other tips on this? So don't cut out your favourite foods and junk foods. Alright, I've got a question for you, actually. How are we going to do this then, Beth? Because I know what people are thinking at home. Alright, Beth, you're looking lovely and slim, sat over there. Do you eat your favourite foods and the things that you fancy and want?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I had 4 chocolates earlier today, in fact.
Oh, did you now?
Yes.
Okay, so you eat snacks and junk food?
Yep.
And desserts?
Of course.
Okay, of course, you say that quite confidently, that's nice. But you're lovely and slim, how's this working?
So I personally do it, I'll save up like calories like throughout the week and then spend them on a big dessert like at the weekend or something. So I love a place called Heavenly Dessert.
Yes, Heavenly Desserts, brand name, even though they do make Heavenly Desserts.
They do.
Don't they? Where is it? It's in Sheffield Centre.
Yeah, it's next to Devonshire Green Park.
It is next to Devonshire Green, you're right. It's
Taco
near
Bell.
Yeah, it's near Taco Bell, Subway, the Forum. It's up that area of Sheffield. Shout out to the Heavenly Desserts manager for being the actual nicest guy and making it an amazing experience even when you do go in there. And he trains at he exercises at the Gym Group Sheffield and says hi to us, doesn't he, the one on the mall?
Yep, 6:30 in the morning.
Yes, he does. Shout out also to the vanilla ice cream from Heavenly Desserts.
Definitely the best ice cream ever.
Definitely the best ice cream I have ever tried. It may be the best ice cream in the world. There's all other ice creams, including all flavours. It doesn't even matter what flavour you want. They're all in some level of nicety. And then Heavenly Desserts vanilla only, just plain. It's just a step up. I don't know how they make it. I don't know what they do to it. Do you?
No, I know they put the little black vanilla bean pod things in the ice cream, but other than that, I'm not sure.
That's true. They do that. I think they make it with magic and love. I think that's the only way that it can possibly taste that nice. But I understand and agree with what you're saying. That makes sense. So you're saying, and this is not uncommon for people. You eat a big dessert or something on a weekend.
Yep.
Yep. And maybe people do this. Maybe they order a takeaway. People like a Saturday night takeaway or something like that, don't they? But you're saying you save up your calories and your sort of quote unquote snack allowance, or you don't eat as many snacks or junk foods through the week.
No.
Even though you have had 4 chocolates today.
It's by the by.
to be able to fit in something bigger and nicer at the weekend. So that's creating a balance over the week, isn't it?
Yeah. And
that's really nice.
People can do it other ways, like eating lighter during the day and then save it until if they have like a big evening meal or dessert at night.
Or a takeaway, say it's a Saturday, you could eat a light breakfast, or you could skip breakfast, you could eat a light lunch, and then you could spend all your calories and know that, you might have overeaten, but at least it's not by loads.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And even if you do overeat by loads, this is like going into the second point, actually.
Tip number 2?
Yeah.
All right, even if you do overeat, then yeah.
Don't worry about it too much, because try and focus on the long-term trend than what happens daily. So, like I said, for calorie intake, if you overeat by a couple of days, you can balance it back out quite easily by eating a little bit less the next couple of days. So then, as long as the trend is going down, like overall, you're losing weight.
The trend of what, your body weight?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so if you do overeat, like it's been Christmas, I overate loads on Christmas Day.
We all do, probably.
Yeah, and then if you're trying to create a balance and you're trying to lose weight, you can then eat well for a couple of days, and then that sort of counteracts it, doesn't it? And then I liked what you said next as well about the trend in body weight as well, because nobody eats perfect. Everybody overeats, even personal trainers, nutritionists, everyone. Everybody overeats sometimes. But if you're eating well more times than you're overeating, then on average, the weight will go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weight will go down. That's what we encourage people to do, and this is what we teach on our program, isn't it? Not to focus on daily wins or losses, because nobody gains any body fat or loses any significant body fat in one day, really, ever, no matter what you do. It is more about, it matters what you do most often, doesn't it? So if you're overeating only sometimes, but you're eating well most times, which I presume this is what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah, eating well most meals, doing a step count and some exercises.
Yeah.
I assume as well. To counter for it, then you can fit things in and then you can create balance.
Definitely.
All right, so good. So tip number 1 was don't cut out your favourite foods, learn to fit them in. And if you learn to manage calories correctly, like we teach, then you can eat whatever you want and still lose weight, can't you?
Definitely.
That's just a fact. Number 2 was, hit me again.
Focus on the long-term trend, not what happens daily.
Focus on the long-term trend, not what happens on daily, on a day-to-day basis. That makes sense. That's in terms of your food. Focus on what you're doing most often on average. That's in terms of your body weight.
Yeah.
Focus on what you're doing most often more on average. That works on exercise. It works on step count.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing step counting, you don't have to do 10,000 every day. No. If you do 20,000, take a day off. It's going to be fine, isn't it? And you don't have to exercise every day. If you miss a session, you can just do another session tomorrow, or just go another time.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, I agree. That does release some pressure off for people. I really like that tip. We've got one more?
Yep.
Ooh, go on then. Tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is communicate with the people that are close to you and just let them know what's going on and what you're doing.
In terms of the weight loss and the changes.
Yes.
I love this tip. This tip always reminds me of one of the members of 6 Steps to Slim and your personal training client, the one and only, the fantastic Tracy V.
Yes.
Just because she just heard this tip, and most people think, oh no, but I don't want to do that. Makes sense, but no. She full on embraced it and got only love and help from her family and friends. She was like, I'm losing weight, I'm making changes, telling people what's going on. So, which is an unnatural thing to do maybe, isn't it? A lot of people don't want to tell people.
Yeah, I suppose because it's like added pressure. Because when you tell people, they may like go and ask you like, oh, how's it going? And if it's not going too well, you don't want to say, oh, it's not going great.
You're exactly right. And people also can't be blamed because historically, until they come see us, their diets in the past probably haven't gone great. To be fair, they wouldn't be coming to see us if it had gone great.
Yeah.
Would they? Because they would already be slim, it'd already be done. So historically, the diets that they've tried and the changes they've tried to make have not worked. So then they're thinking, oh, yeah, if I tell people about it, they're going to come up to me and they're going to say, hey, how's it going? And I'm going to have to say, it's not going well. So I'm just going to avoid this situation. I'm just not going to say anything about it. But they misunderstand because the pressure, if it is pressure, if you see it as pressure, other people knowing what you're up to, that helps.
Yeah, definitely.
That helps if other people know what you're up to. If they do come up and ask you, and if that makes you a little bit worried, that can help you stay on track. Can't it? That can help you stay on track. And if other people are not dieting themselves, you're not saying, I'm dieting, so you have to diet too, but they just know what's going on with your situation, they might be able to help a little bit, or they might be able to hinder less.
Yeah,
What do you
reduce
think?
temptations.
Okay.
So, say, like a lot around works, people like bringing sweets or like
Yes.
cakes and chocolates.
Biscuits, yes.
Yeah, they may just like, if they know what you're doing and whatnot, they may ask you. If you say no, I'm dieting, they won't like provoke you anymore, they'll just leave it. Or they
True.
may not like put the tin of sweets next to you, they'll put them elsewhere so you don't really see them much. Just like little things like that can make like the world of difference in the long game.
You're so right, and it's the same at home as well, isn't it? If your husband or wife knows that you're dieting, they might not want to order a takeaway every day or drink 1,000 beers, or something. Or they might just not be bringing home biscuits or buying you chocolates or things. They're probably trying to do a nice thing. They think, maybe they don't want to cook, I'll buy a takeaway, I'll do. But maybe for your goals, if they've changed slightly, because maybe you do always order takeaway in the past, and you have always had drinks together and stuff, but if you're trying to make these few little changes for positivity, if they don't know about it, they might be throwing you off without even realising.
Yeah, communication's key.
It is, because relationships and family and friends are supposed to be about teamwork and about helping each other, and your real family and friends and your actual loved ones, the people who love you, they'll support you. They will. It might take a little bit of time. Like I'll say on behalf of men are dumb. Men are like horses with blinkers on, like this, that just stare forward and barely see anything that's happening left or right. And men get into habits and patterns easily. If it's always been a habit or pattern of a Saturday night takeaway or a couple of glasses of wine or sweets while we're watching Game of Thrones or something, or just things like this, and you're saying, look, I need to try and change these things, it might take them a little bit of time to get used to it as well. It's not, people aren't perfect. It's not just going to be a one time you just mention it and then it's fixed.
Yeah.
And we know, I'm a nutritionist, you're a personal trainer. For Christmas, I bought you chocolate, you bought me chocolate, and now it's in the cupboard and we both don't know what to do about it.
Well, I know what to do with it. I had 4 today.
You're slowly going through them. I've got a box of Thorntons and some Galaxy truffles that I am currently pretending do not exist. on a minute-to-minute basis, I am pretending these do not exist. But you're just trying to do nice things for people, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're just trying to just give a little gift, it's nice, they'll like it. So it's a difficult situation, but getting family and friends on board, they might just throw you off a little bit less, hinder you a little bit less, and they might be able to help in some ways. Anything else on this topic?
No, we covered it all.
I think that was really, really good. 14 minutes on the video, what do you think?
Not bad.
Good, thank you for joining me on video. Are you going to come back again?
Definitely.
appreciated. People must have liked it, otherwise they wouldn't have got 14 minutes and 49 seconds into this video, so they must have liked you. So please come back again. Give us some more tips, help us out. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for following Slum Society. If you want help with your fat loss, weight management, nutrition, or anything like this, send a message through to anywhere that you find Slum Society, really. slumsociety.co.uk, Slum Society on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you want personal training in person or online, if you message Slum Society, they can find you.
Yep.
The message will come through to me, but if you say you want Beth, then
pass on the message.
Yeah, I'll pass it on. I'll pass it on because you do Zoom training online with
Yeah.
people, don't you? And it's actually good, isn't it? Personal training people online. I actually just thought it wouldn't be good, but it's actually great, isn't it?
Actually.
It's actually great. I have a few clients on the internet, through the interweb as well. Or people can find you at Pure Gym next to McDonald's near the train station in Sheffield City Centre, can't they?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll speak to you and we'll see you again soon.